Hello there people, Weston here playing Life is Strange Before the Storm. I'm going with the bonus episode now. It's how far I've gotten. And unfortunately I can't really fix things in the previous episode. I can't figure out a way to get Sarah and Rachel to meet. And besides that, you can't restart the checkpoint like you could in the original game, which frustrates me to no end. You don't have all these conveniences here. Not in Before the Storm. But hey, a lot of things are different. Might as well get this over with. One final episode. One final bit of time I'll spend in Arcadia Bay.
Ready? I guess. But isn't your mom gonna freak? She's probably cooking with the radio on. She won't hear a thing.
Right, you
I
think
bet
so.
she'll notice a hole in the floor. Trust in science, Max. Even when science means blowing shit up.
Duck and cover. I'm glad they're wearing goggles, makes perfect sense. Don't approach it.
Tell me that wasn't the coolest thing you've ever seen!
You're insane! Versus that was amazing. I mean, both. Am I supposed to encourage her? Those are very simple options. And I am incredibly tempted to actually go with both, but I can't. I know I can't. Why am I stopped? Why is this trivial choice giving me pause? Well, maybe because I have a rough time making any sort of choices. Of course, all of this adds up and spirals. What does Max think in these sorts of circumstances? What is her approach? I wish I actually leaned strongly towards one of the options, but I kinda don't. Because on one hand, yes, Chloe does have these destructive or even self-destructive tendencies. Oh, by the way, look at all the photographs over there. Amazing. Let's go with you're insane. It plays into her cautious nature to an extent.
You're insane. That explosion was massive. You say that like it's a bad thing. Pretty sure your mom would think so. Let's hope she didn't hear. When she asked me to get rid of my old junk, she never specified how. But I guess I better do some actual cleaning too. I'll be excavating the closet. If you see anything else to trash, help a girl out and chuck it on the pile over there. It feels like I've spent half my life hanging out in this room. Probably because I have. I can't believe those days are all over now.
Because you're leaving for Seattle.
In a few days, my whole family moves to Seattle. I have no idea when I'll see Chloe again. This could be my last chance to say goodbye. But how do you tell your best friend that you're leaving her?
Oh, she doesn't know? Oh. This gets me. Mostly because it is the bonus episode to...
I better help Chloe with her cleaning. And while I'm at it, I can take one long last look around this place.
Yeah. And it's tragic, isn't it? It's pretty tragic because we've been through the original game and we've been through Before the Storm. So we know how this ends, we know how this starts, and in the end, what else is there to do than to say goodbye to Chloe? I tried pressing tab and I'm told there is no map. Let's investigate everything.
Chloe's had this hung up on her wall forever, but neither of us can figure out what happened to the last panel. I hope Dr. Kloenstein's okay.
The adventures of Supermax and Dr. Kloenstein. Or Dr. Kloenstein, yes. Our crime fighting has really soared since you created those rocket boosters. Of course, the power of flight does tend to make things easier. Dr. Kloenstein? You really don't have to rub it in, you know. I get it. She dies.
Live fast, die young, and go out with a bang. Rest in pieces, doll. Chloe's mom wanted us to go through this pile of old clothes and find stuff to donate. Instead, we played dress up for an hour.
Of course you did. And this is the infamous unicorn poster. Well, how can you possibly tell that Chloe's a lesbian?
Chloe's always preferred imaginary animals to real ones. Well, besides Bongo, of course.
The cat!
This was our first unsupervised concert together. It was so much fun. We were supposed to see another show next month, but...
How sick was that show?
The sickest.
I've been working on my moves for the next one. Check it out.
Amazing.
How about you? Any new moves?
Totally.
Yeah, totally. I've been working on my air guitar.
Damn, Caulfield. Save something for when it counts. All right, back to the junk mines.
I wonder how much there is actually to explore, because we don't even get a diary, we don't get much. Presumably we'll get to say goodbye. But, of course, we leave after William dies, so that doesn't bode well, does it?
Let this box of trash be a sacrifice to you, oh almighty Glowy Bear.
Yes, the glowy bell indeed. What about the why would you...
Chloe and I haven't played this game in forever. And I'm pretty sure it's missing pieces.
Okay, fair enough. Otherwise, I'd hesitate to toss out a board game. Unless there's something of note inside. Some way you can repurpose
What
that.
are you doing?
Adding this to the pile.
No freaking way. Just because I beat your ass every time we play doesn't make it trash.
We never play! What are you talking about? This is ancient history.
Chloe, we haven't played this game in years. And it's missing half the pieces.
Nice try, Max. But you can't erase your shame that easily.
Fine. We're putting it back there. We're not going to toss anything away, Chloe. We're not going to toss anything away. We're just going to keep all this garbage and it's going to accumulate until it grows out of control. You know, like basically everything that happened in Life is Strange.
Ever since I started taking photos, Chloe's hung them in her room.
Oh.
It's like my own private gallery.
Yeah, they really are close, aren't they? But then again, of course, Max has to move away.
As usual, Chloe's grades are better than mine. I still kick her butt in PE, though.
This was back in the day. So yes, that still might have been the case back then. But alas, that is the case no more, for obvious reasons. But yes, obviously, the whole point of this entire exercise is just go through things. Have a look around.
I can
and
never
leave.
tell if Chloe is my best friend because she makes me do crazy things, or despite it.
You know, that makes perfect sense. As reluctant as I may be to admit that.
How about an old toy that Chloe no longer plays with?
Shut up, Maxine. I'm making a point here. Because it would be all too easy to say, oh, it's despite all of her shenanigans. But no, she does introduce a decent bit of adventure into her life, doesn't she? She goes too far, and I get that. But at the same time, it's not necessarily a bad instinct in and of itself. Could just lie down. Fine, let's lie down. I can always restart this. It's not like anything's gonna happen. Lie down and have a think. Contemplate. Tell me, what is on your mind, Maxine?
It's so hard to believe. This room, this house, this town, all in the past now. Or soon to be. Who even am I without Chloe? She's the one who's always starting things, pulling us into adventures.
I've just said that, haven't I?
I can't imagine life without her. Maybe I haven't told her I'm leaving yet because I still can't believe it's real myself.
What a wonderful bonus episode to make. It's exactly the sort of thing that's needed, isn't it? A sense of closure, obviously. That is obviously missing from Before the Storm. Since they can't really provide you with closure, it's a prequel. It just ties back. That's what it does, that's all it can do. It can't really do anything else, now can it? But it's nice to be able to say goodbye in our own way. Somehow. She's going to prevent me from tossing basically anything, isn't she? That's what I
was
predict.
lucky to survive Chloe's magic phase with all my fingers intact.
Will not.
Hey, what's your dad's camera doing in here?
Dad said I could bring it up here for you to use. He's tired of watching you drool all over yourself every time he uses it. His words.
Your dad is the best.
Sure. Just don't ever tell him that. We need to keep him on his toes. You're off to a great start.
Actually, it's kinda cool.
So what? Could we, with all our knowledge, come back to this moment in time and change anything?
Chloe's played with her stuffed shark in forever.
Oh, stop giving me hints. I'm not that stupid.
I bet Chloe's parents were freaking out when she got this letter.
Spencer Chloe Pies, congratulations, of child Chloe Pies has been accepted for September 2008 admission to Blackwell Academy. We have offered places to approximately 100 students out of 1,200 applicants. Your child excelled in all criteria for admission. An open house about students and parents will be held on March the 26th. April 2nd is the deadline to inform us of your intentions regarding admission. Your admission reply form is included. For those who require financial aid, please contact Blackwell's Office of Financial Assistance. We look forward to welcoming you and Chloe to the Blackwell Academy family. Sincerely, Michael Kozans, Director of Admissions. Glorious, yes, she got
I
to
still
Blackwell.
can't believe you're a Blackwell Academy student. How is it?
Oh, the classes are incredible. The teachers are actually smart. And the lab is legit. Petri dishes for days.
What about the students? Are they as stuck up as you thought they'd be?
They're fine.
Tell me more.
Chloe, you're terrible at hiding your feelings. Is everything okay?
I don't know, I like hanging out with normal people. Like you.
Oh no.
Thanks. I guess.
You know what I mean. I hate fake people. You're real.
Thanks.
Whereas Rachel Amber is reasonably fake, isn't she?
People say a lot of things about the Prescott family, but this is pretty cool.
Yep. It's quite amazing how easy it is for people to hate the Prescott family.
I can never tell if Chloe is my best friend because she makes me do crazy things, or despite it. I think Chloe used to call this guy Mr. Sharky. I doubt she plays with it anymore.
She's not gonna let you throw the shark. I know she's not. I know that for a fact.
Chloe's been beating me for a while, but that growth spurt could come any day now.
Right. Of course it will.
Chloe's had this hoodie for years. It's her favorite. I don't think she'd mean to throw it away.
Alright, let's explore over here.
Chloe keeps trying to get me to hop on her board. I'd rather take pictures. Whoa. Talk about embarrassing.
Yeah. What the hell? We're not tossing that away either, are we? We're not tossing anything away.
How about these boy band trading cards? Super cringeworthy.
Yeah, and hilarious. Remember when we gave them all makeovers?
It was funny back then. No. It's hilarious. Top shelf.
You mean when you drew boobs on all of them? I was so mad at you.
And yet, our friendship lived on. So too will these cards.
I guess I've said all there was to say. Yeah, I'm going to look at things and figure, oh, we should toss this out. No. We should toss that out. No, we're not going to toss anything out. Well, this is pointless.
Chloe's such a nerd. She hangs on to all her old textbooks and school supplies.
Yeah, that's going to change soon enough, isn't it? Well, oh goodness, we might as well sabotage her even further by saving something that she meant to throw away. Ugh. Yeah, why don't you just keep everything?
We bought this as a gag years ago. I honestly can't believe Chloe still has it.
I'm sorry, it's what? A jawbreak? What? Alright, first of all, let's save. Can we? We can talk. Let's try to save this.
What are you doing?
Your favorite hoodie. You must have thrown it in by mistake, right?
No. It's fine. It's filled with holes and falling apart.
She's right.
That never stopped you from wearing it before.
It's fine. Really.
You know, yeah, that is a very good point. A very good point indeed. Look at it.
I can't believe Chloe wants to part with this. Seems so unlike her.
I don't. No, it makes perfect sense.
I can't help you if you won't trash anything.
I'll trash some stuff.
How about an old toy that Chloe no longer plays with?
Maxine, please let me listen to the dialogue.
Next up on Hoarders of Arcadia Bay.
Har har.
Next up on Hoarders of Arcadia Bay. Har har. What about this half-eaten jawbreaker? A serious biohazard.
You promised me we'd finish it together no matter how long it took. Don't be a quitter.
We're not eating this!
Your mom and your dentist will thank me.
So lame. Just so lame.
This action will have consequences.
Okay, whenever I'm ready, I can go tell Chloe I'm done arguing about trash with her.
No. Let's try to trash everything. And I know it's gonna fail miserably. Let's try to trash Shalky. It's not gonna happen. So
You better not be thinking what I think you are.
Chloe, I haven't seen you touch this guy in years. Why do you care?
Why do I care if you throw my beloved childhood friend into the trash? I don't think that deserves an answer.
Sorry, chum.
That's better.
this is not gonna fly
This
though.
seems like a good candidate.
Are you insane? That's my entire magic collection. Do you know how many weeks of allowance this cost?
You never use it. It's so lame is not a good answer.
You haven't touched these since the 5th grade talent show.
Maybe because my assistant turned out to be squeamish at the sight of fake blood.
At least you didn't saw me in half. How are you planning to clean this place
Your
if
mouth.
you won't throw away anything?
Alright, sorry.
A magician never reveals her secrets. Put it back.
I was about to say, hey, her mouth is not moving. She's not the one talking, so it makes perfect sense. Perfect sense indeed. Alright. Guess we're done. You're not willing to throw away anything. Except for a jailbreak I made you.
I'm calling off the search. If you want more trash, you'll have to find it yourself.
Well, it wasn't exactly the purge Mom was hoping for, but at least we tried, right?
Right.
You know, you keep...
And now we've got the whole day ahead of us. What do two under-supervised friends with clean rooms and clean slates want to get into today?
You call that a clean room?
I guess now would be a good time to tell Chloe I'm leaving. Or I could let us enjoy the day first and tell her later.
Bite the bullet. Bite the bullet. Tell her now. Tell her now. I know it's gonna ruin the day, but might as well get it out of the way. Tell her now.
Actually, Chloe, I really have to tell you something. I don't know how to...
Holy shit! Max, hold that thought.
No, do tell her. Do tell
Must
her.
have fallen out when I was digging around in here. Do you have any idea what this is?
No, it's pirate related. I can see that much.
Whatever it is, it looks like it came out of our pirate phase.
Your powers of deduction are as strong as ever. This tape is from 5 years ago. It's a message from our past selves to our current selves.
5 years
We
ago,
were
but you...
8 years old?
Yeah, I was about to say.
That's crazy. I can't even imagine what we sounded like.
How far into the past do you want to go with these two? Honestly.
Way to find out.
I mean, they're 13.
Avast, future wayfarer! Ye have uncovered the audio log of the most fearsome pirates in the bays of Arcadia. Captain Bluebeard and Lawman Silver!
We were such
So,
dorks.
you're in search of buried treasure, are ye? Well, if it's treasure ye seek,
Mine eyes spot two fair pirate wenches. What a...
Dad, get away! We're in the middle of an important project.
Oh, a project. Never mind then. I apologize.
I mean it.
All right. Supper's in 5. Wash your hands, you grubby pirate kids.
So lame. As I was saying, if it's treasure ye seek, ye've come to the right place. But be forewarned, the journey will be treacherous and full of treacherous.
Nice.
To find the treasure of Price Isle, you will need the map from the manuscripts of Captain Bluebeard. Only the map can lead ye to the treasure ye seek. But be forewarned. again. Only those with pure hearts will be able to see what the amulet shows them.
The amulet.
Good luck. And, bye.
Dude, that was...
A blast from the past. Hilarious.
Hilarious. We were so ridiculous.
We still are, Max. We still are.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, forget everything. Today, we go treasure hunting.
I was trying to tell her, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Didn't work
I
out.
think I know what 8-year-old you meant by the manuscripts of Captain Bluebeard.
What about the amulet, though? Yes.
Our old sketchbook. This is where we kept all our pirate drawings.
Yep. Now let's see this map.
Property of Captain Bluebeard and Longback Silver. The bane of Arcadia. Yeah, the cannons, galley, treasure keep, saloon, cockpit, crow's nest. Okay. Great. The pirates. Pogo the pirate. The whole gang. Pirate rules, no bathing. No. No what? No doys on the ship? No days on the ship? No toys on the ship? No boys on the ship. That's not much of a B, is it? Must be scratched out. No sharing pirate secrets. Always share plunder. Always bury treasure. Always protect fellow pirates. Failure to obey these rules will result in plank walking. Captain's log. Another day of plunder and destruction on the high seas. Our just buried treasure has come under attack again. The evil commander Shelley, enemy to all pirates, has threatened to take the map from us if she sees it. Surely she has heard how valuable our treasure is and wants to steal it from us. We are doing our best to keep the map hidden as we continue to work on it, because our enemies want our treasure so bad. We must make sure the map is only readable to us, Captain Bluebeard and Longback Silver. To more plunder and riches, Captain Bluebeard and Longback Silver.
This looks like a page was ripped out. I wonder if it's the map.
Well, gee, you think?
Hey, check this out. This page was ripped out. Do you think it's the map?
What else could it be?
If it is, there's no way I would have thrown it out. Maybe it's mixed in with the rest of the drawings?
So much for telling Chloe now. All she cares about is finding this map. But where could it be?
We don't have the map, so pressing tab is useless. You can take a photo. Oh.
Don't move. This angle is perfect.
Why be shy? Get in here, dude.
Chloe alone or pose with... Please pose with Chloe. Why on earth? No. You gotta be there with your best friend.
Subject and photographer. You really do it all, Max.
I try.
Subject and photographer indeed. I guess you could argue that the first selfie was an accident. And yeah, and then it went on from there. Lie down, have a think again. Contemplate. Then talk to Chloe, then investigate everything except for where you will actually find the answer.
It's so hard to believe. This room, this house, this town. All in the past now.
Seriously? Don't give me the same monologue again. That's ludicrous. Don't give me the option to sit down and have me hear the same. I mean, I get it. I might have not done it earlier, but please. Let's talk to Chloe. Let's look at her first.
Chloe's so determined to find the map. And look, any luck?
Nope. You?
Nothing yet.
We'll find it. Presumably not
Chloe's
here.
mom wanted us to go through this pile of old clothes and find stuff to donate. Instead, we played dress up for an hour. This looks like a page was ripped out. I wonder if it's the map. Chloe and I were doing a lot of drawing in Miss Shelley's class. I wonder if the map is mixed in with her school supplies from that year.
Could be. Could be in the textbook. That's interesting. No. I don't want to find it immediately. I would love to dig around. Let's look at this.
I remember writing this. It's a story where you choose what happens. Wonder if I can still get to the end.
Oh, a choose your own adventure book. How lovely. Well, your choices kinda matter. Max and Chloe's Sewer Adventure by Maxine Coffey and Chloe Price. How many pages are there in total? Well, there's a number of them. Might as well go through everything. You are Max and Chloe, the best friends and students in school. You sit in class until suddenly a cute squirrel arrives at the window. It is so cute. Do you want to pet it? Pet the squirrel. Go to page 8. You go to the window and pet the squirrel, of course. Why wouldn't you? It's a cute squirrel and you want to pet it. Hey, Mr. Squirrel, you say. Ah, stop biting me, you say next, because the squirrel is not biting your hand. But it is too late. You have rabies. Mrs. Anders has to shoot you so you don't bite anyone else. This makes her very sad. Guess you should have pet the squirrel. Okay. You know what? Fair enough. Let's not pet the squirrel. Why don't you like squirrels? They are so cute and nice. You must be very mean. The squirrel seems annoyed that you ignored her. She runs in and steals the book report right off your desk, then runs back outside. That squirrel stole my book report, you tell the teacher. Whatever you say. Mrs. Anders responds, clearly not believing it. What do you do next? Chase the squirrel. As soon as Mrs. Anders turns around, you run out the window and chase the squirrel. This is a very bad thing to do, and you hope you don't get in trouble later, but you probably will. Outside, you look around, but you can't find the squirrel. Is she gone? Oh, there she is. She's standing next to a sewer hole. You run up to her, but she gets scared and jumps down. Oh, boy. Do you really want to go down there? Yes. You are very brave. You leap down into the sewer. Thankfully, there is a pile of trash, banana peels, and dirty diapers to land on. Phew! You hear a squirrely sound in the distance, so you run to follow it. There are many twists and turns. Eventually, you come to a fork in the road. But now's not the time for eating, so you put the fork back down and consider the two paths in front of you. On the ground, you see a trail of tiny footprints to the left and a trail of chewed up paper to the right. Which way do you go? 9. Left. So page 9. Wow, I'm taking the longest path at the start. I'll have to backtrack quite a bit when I go for the other endings. Yes, so meta. You picked right. I mean left, which was right. It's confusing. Yeah, I've made that joke numerous times. In the distance, you see the squirrel, but he's not moving. In fact, he's dead. Who would kill a poor squirrel? Suddenly, the ground begins to shake. Round the corner, a giant rat appears. It's the biggest rat you've ever seen. The biggest anything you've ever seen is the Rat King. The Rat King is wearing a crown and standing on the throne of all your missing homework, including a book report. What do? Run towards it. Your dad always tells you to run towards your problems, not away from them. Unfortunately, you picked a really bad time to start listening to him. You run right towards the Rat King. At first, he seems surprised. You try to punch him in the face, but you forgot about his long, hairy, gross tail. He wraps you up like a boa constrictor and drops you into his mouth, swallowing you with one gulp. Now you get to see what the inside of a rat looks like. This will make a great science report. Too bad you won't be alive to tell anyone. The end. Okay, we can run away. That leads us to page 5. This is the longest path. You run away like a scaredy cat. I don't blame you. That thing is gross. As you run, you almost trip on a small shiny object. You pick it up. It's a lighter. Your mom never lets you play with these, but she's not here right now, is she? Now is your chance to kill the Rat King and protect all the students' homework once and for all. This is your chance to be a hero. Hero, do you do it? Just kidding. You don't get a choice. You may get to chase something. You may get to choose some things, but I'm still the author here. You have to attack the Rat King, but how do you want to attack him? Burn his tail or burn his throne? Let's burn his throne. You decide to burn the Rat King's throne. It hurts you to burn all of that amazing homework, including a wonderful book report, but you remember that it's for a good reason. Soon as the throne catches on fire, the Rat King begins screaming, "No, my throne!" Suddenly the Rat King begins to shrink. Before long, he is back to the size of a normal rat. He can't even climb out of his huge crown. Aw, he's so cute now. You run back to class and tell Mrs. Anders all about the Rat King and everything that happened. Not only does she forgive you for not having your book report, but she decides that you are the greatest hero in the school. Duh. The end. Until the next Max and Chloe adventure. Okay. Hold on. We just ran away. We can burn his tail. Page 11. You decide to burn his gross, long, hairy tail. Good plan. Whoosh! Rat King's tail is on fire! He does not like that one bit. He starts freaking out, whipping his tail around like crazy. You know, all the trash and dirty diapers in the sewer, those are highly inflammable, which means the same as flammable for some reason. I was about to say that. How witty I am. Suddenly the entire sewer catches on fire. You're surrounded by gross sewer flames. Oh no, methane. Is this really how you die, burning to death with the Rat King in a disgusting sewer? Yes, it is. Which is interesting because setting anything on fire should have the same sort of result, but whatever. Fine. Say we don't pet the squirrel. Say we stay in class on page 10. That's presumably a dead end. Yes, it is. You decide not to chase the squirrel. When the time comes to present your book report, you tell Mrs. Anders that a squirrel stole it and ran away. She doesn't believe you. Remember, I told you she doesn't believe you. Why didn't you listen? You should pay more attention. Anyway, Mrs. Anders reports you to the principal, and soon you are kicked out of school for being a bad student. Without school, you can't even get a job or make money. Now you live in a shack, without TV, and do drugs. Soon you'll be dead. Guess you should have paid attention. Basic, but quite logical, isn't it? Fine. Do not pet the squirrel. We do chase the squirrel. Was there another path via the sewer that we have missed out on? Ah, yes, of course. A different path, quite literally. So we jump down, and then take a path to the right. Smart choice. You go to the right, following the path of chewed papers. After a bit of walking, you end up in a dark corner. Suddenly, the floor falls away. You find yourself swimming in some sort of warm liquid. Almost like a big puddle, except why does this liquid taste like acorns? A bright light comes on. Turns out, you're not in a puddle. You're in a big bowl of acorn soup. And all around you are squirrels, holding spoons and wearing tiny little aprons. They look so cute, and the soup keeps getting hotter. Yes, you weren't too smart after all. At least you'll be delicious. I kinda love the adorable illustrations. All right. So you don't go right, because that just ain't right. What if you try to find another way? I don't blame you. That sewer hole looks pretty scary. But is there any other way down? Suddenly a light bulb appears above your head. You use it to light the way back to your house and into your bathroom. You step one foot into the toilet and flush. Whoosh, next thing you know, you are in the sewer. On the ground you see a trail of tiny footprints to the left and a trail of chewed up paper to the right. Which way do you go? We've been through this already. You look around and go back to the same thing. Now let's check whether I have missed out anything. Seen this one, seen that one, seen this. Shiny object, been through this. And that. And this. And that's it. This is so inventive, Maxine and Chloe. But next time, please do the book report you want aside. Says Mrs. Anders.
Oh, yes. Take that, Rat King.
Indeed. But yes. Basic narrative structure is the...
People say a lot of things about the Prescott family, but this is pretty cool.
Yep. She got a backpack from them, which is great. Right then, we've been through this. We've checked the backpack. Now we can only check two things: either the textbook or what? No, that's the only thing we have left. That's it.
Where could that map be? I think this was the first class Chloe and I had together.
Oh.
Not sure I learned much about the stars and stripes.
Here's the map.
Bingo.
Here's Chloe's secret lair. Then there's the dark cavern within which the amulet lies. Then we go visit the Treasure Island. After which point we head off to Price Castle. Now, presumably, that cavern might be the garage. No clue what the amulet is. We need to find the amulet, though. I do recall that the couch is supposed to be a point of interest.
I'm remembering this now. Didn't we make some crazy puzzle? You need the telescope and the amulet.
Which we hid inside a dark cavern, aka the attic.
Ugh, why did we do that to ourselves?
Because we were 8 years old and the attic was the scariest place we could think of.
Well, I mean, you are in the attic. Do you think it's still there, or is it still scary?
Was. Your attic is still terrifying.
It's been 5 years, Max. I'm sure the boogeyman has died of starvation.
It's more the mice and spiders I'm afraid of.
Time to face your fears, then.
It's you.
Okay, and once we have the amulet and the telescope, we use them to reveal the treasure. Somehow.
Here's what's happening. I'll head to the garage to dig up my old telescope. You go find that amulet. We'll meet out back at the pirate ship.
The couch.
You mean the swings?
Yes, the pirate ship.
Oh,
Captain
sorry.
Bluebeard and Long Max Silver right again, bitches!
I'll find a way to tell Chloe later.
Yes, Max, I bet you will.
This has to be my last day here.
Last day.
Might as well have one final pirate adventure.
Okay, well that answers my question, doesn't it? Because I was wondering whether we would have more days. But no, this is it.
Okay, Chloe said she hid the amulet in the attic. The only way in is through the broom closet. Chloe's room has always been home base. It's hard to think this might be the last scheme we ever plan here. I've gotta find that amulet before I meet Chloe out back.
And of course, this is not the last scheme they plan. Far from it.
I can't believe I won't be able to call Arcadia Bay home much longer.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
I don't think I've ever actually seen anyone reading these books. I wonder if I'll ever take this view in again.
I don't know what to say.
I slipped and broke this post a few years ago. But Chloe insisted on taking all the blame.
Oh.
Even after she got grounded, she never squealed. What a friend.
It's tempting at this point to say that ultimately Chloe is so wonderful and such a good friend. And she is, to an extent she is. She does have her flaws though, but
It's not my
she's loyal.
favorite place in the house, but I need to head to the attic.
Let's have a gander at everything.
I always like to imagine I could open that wardrobe and step into another world. I don't think I could ever handle a real-life murder investigation.
What am I even supposed to think or say? I mean, you know what happens, I know what happens, there's very little to say.
The Two Whales makes the best Belgian waffles. No other diner could even come close. Aw, Chloe's parents are so cute. It's awesome that Chloe's mom wants to teach kids. She'd be really good at it.
this is what you want, we'll find a way to make it work. Oh, the College of Arcadia's Early Childhood Education Certification Program. Take the first step, be the first step. Early childhood education is the first step towards lifelong learning. Night class is available. Isn't that one of the worst paying lines of work?
Most strikes? How can that be so cool and so dorky at the same time?
It's still success.
Chloe hasn't mentioned a trip. Maybe it's supposed to be a surprise. Oh, so cool.
From Portland, Oregon to Phoenix, Arizona.
Chloe is such a nature nerd. I bet she's gonna love it.
They'll never go on that trip, will they? What am I even supposed to do? What am I even supposed to say? Am I supposed to approach them and say, boy, gee, golly, I hope we can change the past? We can't. We've been through this.
Chloe's mom is trying to quit smoking? Is that an email from the principal at Blackwell? Chloe did act a little strange when I asked her about school earlier.
Okay.
The principal at Blackwell wants to meet with Chloe's parents. I wonder what about.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Price. I would like to begin by saying we are thrilled to have Chloe at Blackwell. Rest assured, the scholarship is not in jeopardy at this time. However, it seems that she's having trouble transitioning into this new, more challenging environment. I'm planning to set up a meeting to talk about the incident that occurred last week. I'm very concerned about Chloe's behavior and would like to work with you to take steps to correct it as soon as possible. I'm sure you are as dedicated to Chloe's success here as we are. The future needs excellence. Regards, Ray Wells.
Did Chloe get into a fight? She never gets in trouble. I'm glad her dad stood up for her.
Ray, Chloe was not the only student to act out that day, and if you ask me, Marissa Rogers isn't the victim, she's the bully. Maybe if both sides of the story were heard before placing blame, your school would be a less challenging environment for your students. Focus on your school, I'll focus on my daughter. William Price.
A voicemail? I wonder if it's still there.
From bottom up, right? I forgot to tell you Mrs. Rogers called while we were out yesterday and left a message. Send the answering machine, but please be careful when you listen to it. I don't want Chloe to overhear. We need to figure out how to handle this. I know the principal said her scholarship is in danger, but I still worry. Love you. These types of people are exactly why I didn't want Chloe at Blackwell. We'll figure this out, I promise. I love you too.
Sometimes I really wish I had siblings.
From Aaron Price. Finally used steel pressure washer today. I just wanted to say thank you again for letting me borrow it. Looks like a charm. It's not our dream house, but now I can at least be... now it can at least be the right color. If you want to come over next weekend and give me a hand, there'll be a cool beer in it for you. Give me a call. Hope everything at work is still going well, and tell Linda I say hello, William. And so, very early on, Chloe got herself into an altercation of some description. No, of course she did. She's not always right, but she's always rebellious, is my conclusion. Notably, she's not always wrong.
It seems like Chloe's dad always has a project around the house. Makeup is great for acting in Halloween costumes. Any other time, I just don't get it.
I mean, fair enough, I guess.
I guess Chloe never really grew out of wanting to be a pirate. Chloe's mom bought me a toothbrush because I spend the night here so often.
Oh.
Well, I used to.
Yes, because you're leaving today. Oh.
The things inside this cabinet haven't changed very much over the years.
Yeah. Fine. We're moving on.
The entrance to the dark cavern is in there. Bluebeard's chosen hiding place for the mysterious amulet.
We've never been here. This door was never accessible. Never.
There it is. The dark cavern. Crap. I can't get into the attic if I can't even reach the door.
We'll find a way.
I need to find something to stand on. I'm sure I can find something around here to boost me up.
Keep looking at it thinking, hold on, maybe we can change the future, but we can't, not in the original game. There's nothing we can do that can change that. Unless we do something over here, some perfect combination, and we can alter the results and the ending of the original game, but I doubt it.
Maybe this will make me tall enough to reach.
Doesn't this look flimsy? Do you honestly believe it has enough structural integrity to hold your weight? Yeah.
It's a start. I gotta find something I can stack on top of it.
You know, it would be better to find an umbrella or so. Oh, look, an umbrella. Just pull that thing down. Don't try to stack crates. Stacking crates. Oh, great. Oh, wonderful.
This won't be big enough for me to reach, but maybe I can stack things on top of it.
This is a very bad idea, and I can see it right off the bat. You're making a very rickety structure.
Almost there. I just need a few more inches.
That's two things you've just stacked on top of one another. What are the odds that you'll fall and hurt
Not
yourself?
bad for an improvised stepladder, but it's still not tall enough.
This is so stupid, and I can see it right now as being stupid. Alright, Maxine, what is the least stable thing you can possibly see here? We're looking for the most sort of an unstable object you can possibly put on top of that.
I just need a few more inches to reach the attic.
The flimsiest item you can possibly get your hands on. Anything, please. Maybe we have to go downstairs in order to retrieve whatever we are trying to. Oh no. Oh, thank goodness. For a moment there I was mortified that I got stuck. Whew. It's horribly, gruesomely stuck with the...
Maybe I could stand on some books.
You're kidding me. But yeah, thanks.
If I stack a bunch of books on the stool, I could probably reach the attic.
Of course you get hints, because this game is intentionally extremely easy. It has all these anti-stuck measures. So you don't have to ask for hints. You'll just be told. It's somewhat annoying. But yeah, put in as many layers as you possibly can. You know, so you rely on...
I think that should be tall
So
enough.
you rely on friction between every single last one of them, right? They'll still make the most rickety structure imaginable.
Should be stable enough. Besides, what's adventure without a little risk?
Are you changing your fate right now? Are you changing her fate as well? If you break your legs here, will that alter things? Maybe William will take another trip entirely. Maybe you'll stay in Arcadia Bay a while longer. Maybe things will play out differently. Maybe there'll be no farewell. So interestingly enough, if you succeed, that might be the worst outcome. Please don't hurt yourself, Maxine. I'm desperately trying to protect you through... She didn't hurt herself, I guess. Wow, that's spiders? I'm not the adventurous sort, I guess. Really not the adventurous sort.
Awesome.
We've never been here. Is there anything the attic can possibly reveal to me?
Man, there is a ton of stuff up here. How will I ever... There it is. course Chloe hid the amulet in the hardest place to get to. I need to find a way through.
That's okay. Let's look at everything too.
No Sharpie boob jobs. Disappointing.
Yes, Chloe and her Sharpie.
Her parents couldn't part with this. I guess I see where Chloe gets her sentimentality from.
Yeah.
The amulet looks kind of cool from the side.
We get to take another photo? Quaint. I'm tempted to ask, what's the point? We can't even access our journal, can we? Was there oh, there is a collection. Hold on. Well, yeah, that's the collection. Any place where you can check the photos? No? I don't know. Get the amulet. So, there are basically 4 parts to this adventure, quite obviously. We're on part 2.
I remember it took this thing like 100 years to rewind the land before time.
No. Yeah, that's all. That's all this can get out of me, I guess.
I
Oh,
can't get through with this chair here.
something between ah and if only. But then again, we are all the way back to the light of dead stars, aren't
I
we?
think I can squeeze through now.
We cannot change fate. Left mouse button to squeeze through. Anything else here? No. Okay, fine. Squeeze through then. This isn't Outlast, so worry not. Futile, yet of course, still beautiful. I get it. We can't really change much now, can we? So we're not going to. It's just what it is and nothing more. It's just this little adventure ahead of us. That's all there is.
Not a single country record. These must belong to Chloe's mom.
Right, of course. Because as we know, William appreciates country music.
I remember this. Chloe refused to get another goldfish after she had to flush Calico Jack.
Well, how unfortunate.
That's full of decorations Chloe made when she was 5. She thinks they're embarrassing, but I think they're cute.
It's interesting to an extent. Because since this... Oh, spider. Since this, whatever, DLC, I guess, expansion, prequel, ultimately explores the past, might as well explore it all the way back.
It's a good thing I'm big and burly. Otherwise, moving this furniture would be kinda difficult.
Yeah, but then if you were tiny, you could just squeeze through.
I need to move that desk, but this dresser is in the way. I need to move that cooler, but this desk is in the way.
So you need to move the cooler, but the desk is in the way. You need to move the desk, but the dresser's in the way. So the logical thing is to start by pulling this. The silly little blue dresser.
One step closer.
To oblivion.
Oh, I remember when Chloe and I decorated this. More like it destroyed it.
Yep. Okay, look at the desk.
I've gotta get through, which means this desk has gotta move.
Great. Love the Sokoban puzzle over here. I mean, I'm not upset. What?
This desk's pretty heavy.
I just wish there was something of substance I could possibly find here, but I know there basically
This
isn't.
looks like it used to be a nice desk. I guess everything ends up in an attic eventually.
As nice as it may be, you eventually have to say goodbye to it.
I never realized how much I liked vintage things. This cooler is awesome.
And of course, that plays well into her fascination with old cameras and such.
Glad this thing is empty.
So yes, it all adds up. I get it. A little bit further.
I'm so close, but I still can't get to the amulet.
I love what they've done with the sound.
Yes. You are now free to move about the attic.
Great. Is there anything in particular we can possibly see? Anything else? I don't think so. Fine. So squeeze through here. I guess the big mystery is what the treasure will end up being.
Finally.
34, huh? Look at it.
A fitting reward for a journey full of treasures.
Plenty of treasures to go around, yes. A very treachereful journey.
Got you. This thing is cool, I guess. I wish I could remember how it works.
Stay up there. Got it. Nothing can stop the mighty Bluebeard.
Oh, the bald! No, that's not the same bald. Ay, Chloe. I mean, actually, I'm not upset with her.
Chloe Price. My best friend.
Go ahead.
It's
Talk
so
to me.
weird being back in this attic after so long.
You don't say.
I remember being terrified of this place. I think when you're a kid, you're only afraid of things that can hurt you. But when you get older, you become more afraid of hurting the people you care about.
That depends on the type of person you are.
And spiders.
I have you now,
It is
Scallywag.
an interesting observation. I'm not
Man.
sure about that.
I'm gonna miss her.
Social concerns, essentially. Your concerns become more social than a matter of self-preservation. I don't know about that. It does make sense, I guess. Still does depend on the type of person. Presumably we're supposed to click something to get her to stop thinking. Not my favorite type of thing. But since it's not completely obvious that there will not be anything more for her to see. No, I guess this does repeat. So fine. Is this a new animation, or is it not? Will she get up on her own? Nah. We're leaving.
Are you just watching me up there, Creeper?
Yep. Share your feelings or act natural. Share your feelings! This is your last day here. Might as well... I was desperately wondering about the relationship between, I guess, a sense of honesty and directness in childhood. Yeah, I guess kids are gonna be more direct, more honest, etc. But does that mean that necessarily it is more mature to just hide your feelings, refuse to share, and hide in the little cocoon? No. No, you may just understand the ramifications better, you may feel like there's so much to gain by keeping all of that bottled up and staying inside your shell, but no. Then you are aware of the risk, but you should presumably still take them. Share your feelings, please.
You are one of a kind, Chloe Price.
What?
I'm lucky you're my best friend. That's all.
Damn right you are, you mushy weirdo. Did you find the amulet?
Right here.
Awesome. Now get your ass down here. We have treasure to find.
On my way.
We'll have to dig it up. Let's hope it's not the dead cat. Our long journey is almost at an end. This is the first half of the final bonus episode, the one where we get to say goodbye to Arcadia Bay, at least for now, if not forever. If you've made it this far, please join me in the final part of my Life is Strange Before the Storm playthrough. Thanks for watching so far, and you will see me elsewhere.